Hey guys, it's Ravenhawk6910 reporting once again. In this video, we're going to take a look at the brand new and final run of the MTH GE EF4 Little Joe electric locomotive painted up for the Milwaukee road. First up though, it is disclaimer time. The pros and cons in this video do not represent my personal opinions. They attempt to be objective in nature and as such are either community opinions or facts about the model that I can represent on camera, so please don't assume anything in this video is my personal opinion unless I state so otherwise. Additionally, it's important to note that I don't speak on behalf of MTH and am not endorsed by any company. I'm an independent reviewer and the work I do does not reflect the thoughts of any companies in question. Now, I say final run because this will likely be the last time this model is made under the MTH banner, as the tooling was sold to Scale Trains in early 2021. The reason this came from MTH and not Scale Trains is because all final orders that had been announced before the transaction of the HO Scale tooling were fulfilled by MTH, so as it's been the case with this. Though I will say that the minute Scale Trains offers this locomotive, I will immediately buy it, because I think a Scale Trains version of a Little Joe would be fantastic. Anyhow, enough of that, let's get on to the model. General Electric built 20 of the Little Joe locomotives for the Soviet Union. However, the big 5-foot gauge units were never shipped to Russia due to a ban of strategic goods to the USSR. The units were eventually converted to standard gauge 4 feet 8.5 inches and found homes in the United States and Brazil, respectively. 12 went to the Milwaukee Road, 3 to the Chicago South Shore and South Bend, and 5 to Fapasa in Brazil. On the Milwaukee Road, the units saw use as both freight and passenger locomotives. The freight versions were classed as EF4s, while the passenger units were classed as EP4s. Though all of them earned the nickname of Little Joes after the Soviet Union's leader, Joseph Stalin. The units lasted on Milwaukee Road's electrified main line until 1974, with the sole surviving unit being number E70 preserved today in Deer Lodge, Montana. MTH's final run of the HO Scale Little Joes feature MTH's DCS command system and Proto 3.0 sound system. The engine can be operated with the DCS system, on a DCC system, or conventionally. In this video, I'm going to be running the model on the Digitrax Zephyr Express, one, because it's what I have, but also to show you the ways that this unit operates on DCC, as it is slightly different from a normal DCC locomotive. As far as details go on this model, the engine is made of die-cast metal, which gives it a good weight and pulling power. There are also some things like separately applied handrails on the front and rear pilots. The model is also equipped with KD couplers out of the box, on this particular run at least, which in my opinion is better than the electric Proto couplers that other MTH HO models have had over the years. The locomotive features operating pantographs on the front and back, which move up and down depending on the direction of travel, though as you can see the rear one on mine kind of sticks a little bit. These come locked down when you take the engine out of the box, so be sure to pull up on them gently to unplug them. Finally, the center of the engine comes off to reveal the engine controls for the model, which include the sound volume pot, the switch to turn the pantographs on or off, and the switch to toggle between receiving power from the track or from the pantographs via an overhead catenary wire. Alright, let's go ahead and take the E71 around the layout. After a bit, I'll stop it and play the passenger freight announcement sequence, which you can do on DCC mode on function 4. F3 is the startup sequence. Function 0 is the headlight, and functions 1 and 2 operate the bell and horn. Alright, let's go ahead and move it out.
mile, post 40.
That's correct. We've got a passenger train at the left in front of you. Over.
Understood. We'll wait here and look it over as it passes.
I'd appreciate that. Over.
Hey, here she comes. Did you see anything out of the ordinary? Nope, everything looked fine to me. All right then. Dispatcher, the train is by. Didn't spot any problems.
Roger that, local freight. I'll take your signal momentarily. Stand by. Over.
Standing by. Over. Dispatcher, we've got our proceed slow.
All right, local freight. Safety first.
Roger that.
Alright, that just about does it for the MTH Little Joe. When these models were released, they had an MSRP of $399.95, and while yes, they aren't the cheapest model out there, they're certainly better than a brass model would be. So yeah, I'm signing off on it. I really like this model, and I'm really glad I got my hands on a Little Joe at last. They've been a favorite of mine for many years. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next review. This is Ravenhawk6910, signing off.